All right, y'all, so let's get into it. I'm about to make me some curry chicken for the first time. Yay, happy dance. So my ingredients today are boneless chicken thighs, baby carrots, garlic, didn't use all that garlic, green bell pepper, green onion, potatoes, thyme, ginger, onion, habanero. I made some tostones with it, and then I got some avocado oil, coconut milk, unsweetened allspice, pink Himalayan salt, curry powder, turmeric, adobo, and black pepper. Y'all see all those ingredients? Don't ask me for the list later. Let's get to it. So first off, we washed all our veggies that we're going to blend, and here you see me cutting up that green onion, y'all. There's nothing like fresh herbs when you're like cooking with food. It just brings out a different kind of flavor in everything that you cook. So of course, if you have access to fresh, use it. So next we have the onion. We didn't use the whole onion. I cut up half of it, and then I just cut that up into little chunks just to make the blending process a little easier. There you go, bam bam, because we don't want the blender to have a hard time, even though I got a ninja and she know how to blend it all up nice and well. So then the next thing we grab out of our little sink that we washed all the veggies is that habanero pepper. I only used one because I don't like too spicy, and honestly, y'all, at the end of this, that was actually perfect. One was enough, but if you want more, you add more. Then I added like 8 cloves of garlic, what the heck is that? Smelled so good. And then I added just a little bit of ginger. At the end when I smelt everything, you could definitely smell the ginger at the end, but that's okay. But we love ginger. Ginger's good for you, good for digestion, good for the health. So we definitely cut that ginger up a little bit, like I said, just to help with the blending process, even though I got a ninja foodie and she know how to whip it. So here I am just chopping it up, chop, 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 just making sure that smaller pieces. And that way it can just kind of get everywhere a little evenly. And then we toss it in that little blender cup, nice and pretty. There we go. And then we have our green bell pepper. We cut that up nice. Like I said, we cut up everything small just to make it easier, because I didn't want to put it in my bigger blender. I just wanted it in this smaller container because it was just easier and it's just cute. It's just cute. And we like to keep things small and cute. So here I am. I washed it off because the seeds were in it and I was trying to just get the seeds off, and I had to do the same thing for the knife. And we just cut it up even some more. We cut off a little bit of the stem, I guess, if you want to call it that. But yeah, we cut that off a little bit, and then we're just chopping it up. See, we're chopping it, just chopping it. And I was going to make it smaller. Then I'm like, what am I doing? I'm putting this in the blender. Like, hello, girl. Like, you don't have to do it that small. It's all good. All right. So we chop, and now we're going to put that in the blender. There you go. Then we put the avocado oil in, maybe like a tablespoon and a half maybe in there, but just enough to kind of get it all the way through. And then we put our allspice in there. We didn't put too much, just put a little bit in there. And once you're done with all this, I had to smell it because it smelled so good. And obviously it looked really pretty as well. Like, hello, come on now. It's fresh. And so then I also almost forgot to put the rosemary in there, and that was just the icing on the cake. So we had to make sure we had to put the rosemary in there. And then I put the top on, squeeze it on there, squeeze it on, twist, twist, twist. There we go. Do a little dance. And then I put that to the side to wait to blend because I was cleaning off my chicken. And I like to cut off the excess skin, even though it said it was skinless. On this batch, there was still quite a bit of skin on the chicken, so I went ahead and still just cut off a little bit more because I didn't want it to be too fattening. So here you are. I do wash my chicken. Argue with your mama. I usually will use distilled vinegar, water, and lime, or lemons, either one or both. But I prefer to wash my chicken. So yeah, we don't use that. We don't use that. We toss that. So here we are. Here I am washing my chicken, rinsing it off. I did rinse it off with water first. Then I put it in the distilled mixture. And here I am. I like to clean as I go as well. Shout out to Clorox wipes because I have a ton of those. We like to clean as we go. Changed bowls, of course, and we try to pat dry the chicken. Now here comes the blending. I did put on clean gloves before I touched that. Thank you very much. So don't come for me. Thank you. We don't cross-contaminate over here. At least we try not to. We always, like I said, we try to clean as we go. And here I am getting ready to blend, blend, blend. It's super cute. Blend, blend, blend. And there we go. We're still blending, we're still blending, we're still blending, and we're still blending. And then I got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do a cute little dance while I'm blending. Nothing too crazy because my lower back hurts, you know. But there we go. Cute, cute, cute. And then, oh, see that marinade, y'all? Oh my goodness, it smelled so good when I was done with it. So good. You could smell everything, the ginger, the habanero pepper, the everything. So I went ahead and put that on the chicken and made sure we got every little bit because we were not playing with that marinade, okay? Produce is not cheap, so we got to make sure we try to get all of it out of there, all right? So with the glove, it just helps make sure nothing gets under my fingernails. I want to make sure I massage the chicken in really well. Then I started on my rice. Definitely wash your rice. If you don't like to wash your rice, that's totally fine, but I'm going to sit here and wash my rice, and I wash it until I see the water runs clear before I put it in my amazing Japanese rice cooker. I love this thing so much, and whenever I get the chance to make rice, I'm always running to my Japanese rice cooker. Here I am measuring the water. I do about like an inch, a little bit over an inch of water, and then I season it with some salt. It may look like a lot of salt, y'all. I promise you it doesn't come out salty at all. It really doesn't. It really, really doesn't. Stir, stir, stir. And then we're going to close that up here in a moment. And then we're going to start that because that can take longer. And luckily at the end, there's my little dance. At the end, everything came out at the same time. So here I am going to cook the curry powder down a little bit and get some of that flavor out just so like that first bite's not crazy. Here I am stirring the pot just a little bit, just for a minute or two. See, there you go. It's kind of like making a roux, if you will. And then I gracefully put in the chicken after I grabbed some tongs. I didn't just toss it in there. I kind of just spread it all out a little bit so that way it all had some spaces. It was just evenly spread out, you know. And then we're adding in some turmeric for more additional color and of course flavor, but turmeric is also really good for you as well. And then we have our adobo for our salt. Now I promise you, this may look like a lot of salt, but I promise you it did not come out salty at all, surprisingly enough, like not at all. And then I still went ahead and add in some pink salt, just a little bit, just to give it more flavor. Like I said, it does not come out salty. I promise you it really doesn't. And then we added some black pepper because you can't forget that black pepper, okay? So there we are, pouring that in there. And then next we add in our coconut unsweetened milk. It was a cup of that. You can add sweetened coconut milk if you like. This is the first time using this brand, first time making curry chicken. So here we go. And then I added 2 potatoes and then a handful of carrots after they were washed and cut up. And then I gave that a good mix, and this is what it came out. Everything evenly coated before I put the lid on. And then I started working on my tostones, frying those up. And then for those that know, we like to do mayo y ketchup, but I like to use sugar-free ketchup. And I got this avocado mayo, and I had to taste it first because I've never had it. It was actually pretty good. And when I mixed them both together, child, let me tell you something. These two right here, mix. It came out so good. Like I could literally just lick the spoon after I literally had tried this. It came out so good. I was so happy with it. And I love dipping my tostones, or plantain, if you will, in this dipping sauce. It just brings it to a whole different level. Like, oh my goodness. As you can see, I was happy. So then I took them out, we double fried, then we flattened them, pat them dry, we put them in this bowl, and then I put a little bit of the adobo salt, just a little bit on there, not enough to coat it, but just a little bit, and then we mix, and then at the end of it all, we plate it. Look at that steam, y'all, right off the freaking stove. And then